guys can come closer, so you know. Don't worry, I don't bite. I know I'm wearing an Army uniform today, but I don't bite. But we want to thank you all for coming here this morning to do this reenlistment to join Chief Poblete as well as the family. But before I do that, I want to start with on this day in 1972, the last lunar landing mission ended, where 3 astronauts landed in the Pacific Ocean, making a splash, coming back from that mission, right? On this day in 1990, Bo Jackson was named an All-Star, not just for one major league, but he was named All-Star for the Major Baseball League and the National Football League. And then lastly, in 1997, Titanic premiered on this day in 1997 out in the theaters. But today, 19 December 2024, you're going to re-enlist Chief Petty Officer Mark Poblete here into the U.S. Army. That's why we have Army recruiters.
Hey, what?
I've been trying to convince him for the last 11 years that I've been in the Army
Look at the DD4
to switch
race.
over, but he's never switched over. So today it's an honor. I know for a lot of you, you may think that re-enlistment may be a small thing, right? You can think back to your first re-enlistment. And sir, I know you've done a lot of re-enlistment ceremonies for a lot of other enlisted folks. But this has a lot of significance for us because 11 years ago, I asked him to commit to be my first salute at my commissioning ceremony back in the University of Guam, where I commissioned from. So he actually flew all the way from here, San Diego, where he was stationed at, all the way to Guam to be my first salute. And then after that, a month after, he was serving again in the recruiting station. I think you were recruiting at Claremont back then. So he asked me to come over to administer my first ever re-enlistment ceremony as a commissioned officer. So, and that all happened 11 years ago. And when he called me about a few months ago, he told me that he picked up for Chief, you know, because we've been waiting for that for so long, because he deserved it for way more, longer than that. Should have been much sooner, but unfortunately, I couldn't come here during that ceremony because of my last job. I was busy traveling. But when he told me that he last month that he needed me to re-enlist him, and I knew I was going to be on break anyway, I said, no problem. I will be there. I will fly from Kansas all the way to San Diego just so we can do your last re-enlistment ceremony. He's been pretty much the breadwinner for his family. He's the oldest brother. There's 3 of us, right? He stood up there as the role model for the 2 of us, his 2 younger brothers, myself, and the other one. He's a reservist here, currently deployed right now as an engineer, E5. He served as a role model for both of us growing up. So we want to thank you for your continued service to the United States military, and your family has been here. I want to thank Jenna Poblete and his daughters for always being there for him, serving with him throughout. And we want to thank you for this last 4 years of service. Last 4 years of service that he's going to put into the United States Navy. But without further ado, yeah, you sure you don't want to join the Army? Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name.
I, Chief Mark Poblete,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States,
against all enemies,
all enemies,
foreign and domestic.
foreign and domestic,
And I will bear true faith
and I bear true faith
and allegiance to the same.
and allegiance to the same,
And I will obey the orders
and I will obey the orders
of the President of the United States
of the President of the United States
and the orders
and the orders
of the officers
of the officers
appointed over me,
appointed over me,
according to regulations,
according to regulations
the Uniform Code
of the Uniform Code
of Military Justice.
of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
You know what? Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, daddy's out. Oh, he's in again.
He's back in. Thank you for
Oh.
Oh, for the families. Okay.
Can't find your 96.
96? Oh,
All right, so we're gonna call up the family members that have meant some significance to Chief Petty Officer Poblete here. So first one would be Mrs. Josephine Calagos. Mrs. Elizabeth Laksamana. The most important one, Mrs. Jenalyn C. Poblete. Jana Mae Poblete. Jelisa Valerie Poblete. And lastly, Jalen Beth Poblete.
My baby.
All right, folks, please give me a round of applause. And at this point, I'll turn the floor now to Chief Poblete here.
Well, that's a thank you so much. Thank you so much for everyone coming in here today. Before I forget anything, I'm not really like, I can do school presentation any day, anytime, but when it comes to my own speech, like sometimes like I lost in the sauce, right? So just bear with me, right? First of all, I'd like to thank, my family, as very supportive family every time, especially my wife, my mom, my in-law, my kids, the chain of command, that always, ever since I got here, in 2020, supported me in every single way, regardless of anything that can happen. This command that really kind of like sparked my career, right? Because when I got here, I just want to recruit and retire. That was the deal, But I was given the opportunity to lead an office that they kept on saying it's a walking market. It was an easy job for anyone that can sit on the throne right here, right? But there's a lot of moving parts that has to be proved, it has to be done. It has to be finesse, it has to be like really like exactly, because you're dealing with a lot of military families in this location, right? And it kind of challenged me to prove that even though it's a walking market, that this office is going to be somewhat gonna be on the map. It's not just making gold, it's just making like walking market. It's just be on the map and sailors are happy to come to work. That's the goal. With the chain of command allowing that to be supportive on that, it took me to succeed. Like if my sailors will succeed, I want to make sure I show them that I will succeed. From being like just being here for another 4 years and retire, so like now reenlistment to another 4 more years. The job is really stressful, and I keep on telling my team, Chula Vista fam, this job is gonna get you, but at the end of the day, guess what? It didn't happen what they got. And with all the support, of course, the counterparts, the Army, appreciate you guys for always kind of like, sir, Adler, sir, you guys are really like, helping us out when it comes to last minute remotes. I appreciate, taking over that, because in that way, our sailors don't have to drive anywhere else that not need unnecessary trips that they need in order for them to you guys alleviate some of the hardship that we're encountering sometimes, the last minute adjustment, and I appreciate that, sir. With the Division 1 prime time, everybody, I appreciate the support. Every single one, Chief Agbayani, Chief Kagiwa, always one now sheets. Yeah.
Thank you, Chief.
Always one sheets. I apologize if I wasn't able to pin you, but the family's here for you, man. We got you, right? DC1 Carpio, he's kind of sick right now. M1 Premo, upcoming M1 Premo. Yeah, 2 nukes, right? All both be 2 nukes, right? And then Oystu Garcia, the next NC1, NCC, hopefully, right? And then Oystu Lepe, right? Right here, right there. I saw you over there sitting down. Yeah, so I appreciate everybody. Like I said, this is not my retirement, this is enlistment, but I really want to take the opportunity because this is, when I saw my brother wearing this uniform, I hope one day that we're gonna be on the same kind of like. That's why, as much as I want to reenlist on my khaki, I want to kind of like equal him because I like his uniform. You know, with everything, like with the jacket, you know, like. But when I had the chance to wear this one, it kind of felt like what he felt when I went there to first salute. So appreciate everyone. You're gonna see me for another 4 years. I don't know where it will take me, but from now, I can consider myself like satisfied and content to what lies next to me. So I believe that if anything, this office is gonna remain the way it is, much better. But this is gonna be our year, Chula fam. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So that should be it. Thank you so much. Like I said, thank you for coming, and I appreciate for the love. Thank you.